thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
a blooming terrific day on Derby Day yesterday for Arsenal. And now we're back with Premier League action, and Manchester United are taking on Everton. Kickoff is coming your way at 8 o'clock. All the build-up in just a second's time. Big one on Monday Night Football.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
Well, folks, a very good evening to you all, folks, and welcome back aboard here, folks, to Realltom Football. Then my name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch along tonight, folks. Everybody from Manchester United, second Everton, live in the Premier League. If you do our watching on replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks, to every choice here today. Kickoff is coming your way at 8 o'clock in the Premier League. Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard. And you join us for this one at Old Trafford tonight between Manchester United and Everton. Kick-off once again is at 8 o'clock. And a good evening to Diana. Welcome into how you doing. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. You are here. And What is 890 Gaming is also in the house, who's, of course, back in United as a United fan. Let's do this, he says. And welcome aboard to anybody else who joins us within the next couple of minutes. If you haven't already, do make sure you are smashing a like on this stream, and of course hit us up on that poll. Let us know who you think's going to win today via the poll. So far 3 votes, 4 votes now rather. See it 50-50. Oh no, hang on, we're bouncing. Okay, 4 votes, and it's 50% United, 50% Everton. So bit of deadlock breaking there to do in terms of the poll. We're going to get straight into the better slips today because there is 3 of them in play, live and in order. We have got a bet builder on Manchester United to win or draw over 7.5 corners, over 2.5 goals, and 2 shots or more from Brian in Burmo sees a £1 stake, return £3.25. Then we proceed to a 50p price boost on Manchester United to win and over 3.5 combined goals scored. So I presume that means that not both teams to score, but Everton can score or United can score if they want to. But of course, it's for United to win. That is 50p, returning £2.30. And finally, it is a 55p stake on this one because I had an extra 5p spare loose in my pocket. For Manchester United, Sevilla and Sassuolo Calcio also win. That is a Monday enhanced ACCA, and it returns £8.25. So, £2 and 5p in play in total. And of course, just the bet builder alone would put me into profit. So, good night for bets. And of course, we will keep you posted on what is happening throughout the week on Realltom Football Champions League. Most certainly will be here on Wednesday and probably tomorrow as well. Not confirmed yet, though. And Arsenal playing Bayern Munich, a huge occasion. It will be a case of either tomorrow or Friday, I would presume, for myself. Again, it all depends on the schedules, and I will let you guys know in this match. In fact, let's have a quick look right now at where'sthematch.com so we can have a quick look and see what is coming up on Friday and tomorrow and see what's more worth it. Okay, we're going to look at Friday then. And the Friday night football is going to come in shape of the EFL Championship, where it is Oxford against Ipswich Town. Do we want to watch that? Not really. So I think, yep, tomorrow, Champions League, live and in order. And there are options, which include 5:45 kickoffs of Ajax against Benfica or Galatasaray against Union SG. No thank you to either of those. 8 o'clock kickoffs include, obviously, Southampton against Leicester in the Championship. 2 Premier League sides who went down last season. I think we're going to watch Chelsea get pelted by Barcelona. But there's also an option of watching Manchester City as they take on Bayer Leverkusen or Marseille against Newcastle. So plenty of options, and we will let you know what the final decision is on what we decide to do tomorrow. Women fight 4-4-1-3. Welcome into Aiden. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Indeed. Sporting against Club Brugge. It's a big game in the Champions League on Wednesday, but our focus will be fully on Arsenal against Bayern Munich with the kickoff at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. And I think, yes, tomorrow we're going to do Chelsea against Barcelona because Chelsea will get absolutely pelted by Barca. And like I was saying yesterday, Chelsea are the most vulnerable. And by the way, today is actually an applicable day that I can say this, but they are probably the most vulnerable team in world football. And United exposed that better than any other team has. for me. I won't go into too much depth into it, but I genuinely I'm to believe that Chelsea are probably one of the most vulnerable teams in world football. They've got probably about 1,001 vulnerabilities. It's just about triggering them. I actually don't think Tottenham have got any vulnerabilities. On the contrary, I said that yesterday. I don't think Tottenham are vulnerable at all. I just think that they are a bit shit at times, to be honest with you. And I think that they're stuck in that. I don't think Tottenham have vulnerabilities. I just think that they tried to park the bus with the totally wrong game plan. And Arteta, of course, was setting us out cleverly with that attacking mindset. And I described it yesterday in the fan cam of purely trying to sway the eyes of the Arsenal fans and the eyes of the viewers from the missing defender in defence and the midfield. It worked tremendously for us. So Saturday's results saw Burnley 0, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2, Brighton coming from behind to win 2-1 against Brentford, though they nearly let that 2-1 slip after Igor Tiara had a penalty but missed. It was a save by Verbruggen. Fulham, in probably the most boring game of the weekend so far, won 1-0 against Sunderland through Raul Jimenez in a late winner. Biggest win of the weekend actually came for Nottingham Forest, a joint with Arsenal, actually. After they won 3-0 at Anfield yesterday. Wolves 0, Palace 2 was the final score at Molineux. Both goals scored in the second half. Newcastle surprised us all by beating Manchester City by 2-1. Leeds were 1-0 up at half-time against Aston Villa, but Aston Villa in the second half completed the comeback and turned around their fortunes. It was a bit unlucky for Leeds, to be fair. They didn't quite deserve that, I didn't feel, but football is football. And the North London derby was quite special yesterday. Into the league table. And it is now Arsenal 6 points clear of Chelsea and 7 clear of Manchester City. But we are looking at Manchester United who have the chance to move on to 19 points today with a draw. That would be level on points with Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, with their +1 goal difference. They would not be able to move above any of those teams bar Bournemouth. But if they get all 3 points, they Manchester United and get a few goals, then that could be a different story because 3 points would put them on to 21 points. That would be level on points with Aston Villa and to within 1 point of Manchester City and to within 2 of Chelsea and 2 within 8 of Arsenal. Their opponents are Everton, who sit in 13th right now, just behind Liverpool by 3 points. But a win at Old Trafford that's right. But a win at Old Trafford today could completely turn around their fortunes. It would clear a -1 goal difference, and the 3 points would put them on to 18 points. That would be level on points with the teams that I just mentioned. Well, no, Tottenham, Manchester United, Tottenham, United currently, Liverpool currently have a -2 goal difference, so Everton would straight away move above Liverpool, would have the chance to move would be above Manchester United as well, you would presume, and would have to score quite a fair few to move above Tottenham. So most certainly can get to in the top 10 today, Everton, with all 3 points. Just a draw for them will put them on to 16 points. That would be level on points with Brentford, and the goal difference between for Brentford and Everton is exactly the same. So it would come down to other factors as to who takes whose spot. And largely influenced by Sky Sports, just a reminder as well that the White Ribbon campaign, which is men more or less speaking out about violence against women, is a campaign that's largely being influenced by Sky this weekend. It's a pretty important campaign, to be fair. I can't say I'm familiar with it because obviously I've not really had enough life to see violence against women, but I know what it means. So United are unbeaten in the last 5. They are doing okay. And of course, that tremendous victory at Anfield is in and amongst it all. But before that came a 2-0 win against Sunderland. Then, after Liverpool, they beat Brighton 4-2 and 2-2 draws away from home against Nottingham Forest and Spurs. Can they get back to winning ways there against Everton, who in the last 5 have won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1? The most recent result beating Fulham comfortably by 2-0 before the international break at Hill Dickinson Stadium. Team news then sees Cedi Lamans in goal, a back 3 today of Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt and Luke Shaw. Plays behind a midfield 4 of Patrick Dorgu, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, Casemiro and Nasser Mazraoui. Then the diamond front 3 sees Brian Mbeumo, Amad Diallo and Joshua Zirkzee is getting a start today. On the bench for Manchester United is Altay Bayindir, Diogo Dalot, Lisandro Martinez, Mason Mount, Taro Malacia, Manuel Ugarte, Aidan Heaven, Kobbie Mainoo and Shea Lacey. There is no Mateus Cunha. There is no Mateus Cunha and there is no Benjamin Sesko, which is surprising. Must be injuries, something like that, suspensions. Don't know, let me know in the chat. Everton then begin with Jordan Pickford in goal, a back 4 of Seamus Coleman getting a start today. Blimey, how old is he? Seamus Coleman in the starting lineup as the captain. He's at right back, according to this formation that Premier League have put out. Joined by James Tarkowski, Michael Keane, Vitaly Mikalenko in the back 4 behind a midfield, which is split into 2 parts, seeing a defensive 2 of James Garner and Idrissa Gana Gueye behind the attacking 3 of Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, Iliman Ndiaye and Jack Grealish on loan from Manchester City. And it's Tieno Barry who leads the front today. And on the bench for Everton is Dwight McNeil. Haven't seen much of him this season, have we? Beto, Mark Travers, signed from Bournemouth. Jacob O'Brien, Tyler Dibling, Charlie Alcaraz, Tom King, Adam Asnu, and Tim Irogbunam, former Villa player. Those are the teams. That's the information. Our teams are in the tunnel at the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford, ahead of this final game of match week 12. I know. Marty is here. Welcome into Hayden. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. There is no Mateus Cunha in the squad. There is no Benjamin Sesko in the squad. And Wagwan Tataki after a great North London derby yesterday. Okay, we're just about ready to have a kickoff then. I have put my Super 6 predictions in, by the way, people, for the midweek round on Super 6. So, I will read those out to you right now as they get through the teams on Sky Sports ahead of this one between Manchester United and Everton. And there's a few surprises in there. I've gone quite differently to my style of last weekend after not having a great Super 6 round. And the predictions are as follows. If I can log in. If you bear with me, Super 6 might let me log in or might not. But the first of those predictions was Chelsea 0, Barcelona 3, and the rest I will need to read out to you just to make sure that I'm getting my prediction. There we go. We're here. I've gone for Chelsea 0, Barcelona 3, Manchester City 4, Bayer Leverkusen 1, Marseille 2, Newcastle 2, Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 0, PSG 4, Spurs 0, and Liverpool 3, PSV Eindhoven 1. Repeating those predictions. Chelsea 0, Barcelona 3, City 4, Leverkusen 1, Marseille 2, Newcastle 2, Arsenal 1, Bayern 0, PSG 4, Spurs 0, and Liverpool 3, PSV 1. So those are the predictions then. Let me know what you think. And also, if you are old enough to join in with Super 6, which I guarantee that some people in here are, you might as well have a go. But tonight, there is no involvement of Super 6. Never is on a Monday or a Friday night game. But it is a singing, happy United atmosphere, most certainly at the downfall of Liverpool and the upturning form of recent from Manchester United. Of course, massive boosts have been going around Old Trafford just as an injection from that result at Anfield earlier in the season, not too long ago. But how will Manchester United fare against a side who sometimes can cause them problems, but United in themselves do have a good record against Everton, particularly at home. So let's see how this one fares. We are just about ready to go for kickoff. So let's get the scoreboards at the ready for you because it is going to be Kane and Dewsbury Hall who's going to kick us off in 3, 2, 1. Bit of a delay. And we're off now. So, let's have a look at that poll once again then now that a few people have come in and stirred it up. So, yeah, unsurprisingly, that 14 votes see a majority backing Manchester United for the win. 79% have gone for Manchester United to win. 21% have backed Everton. And 0% so far backing a draw. Luke Shaw then for United. And De Ligt. You're on. Bayindir. Ahmad. Xerxes. No chance for Everton to get on the ball at the minute, although that pass was either intercepted well by Tarkowski or just poor. Either way, Everton have won the ball back for the first time in this match, and for the first time they have got the ball at their feet, and they're moving it around nicely. Seamus Coleman. Heavy touch from Dewsbury Hall. Invites challenge from Casemiro. Got lucky there, really. Wins the foul free kick. So Everton free kick drawn by Dewsbury Hall from Casemiro. It will need a pretty good delivery. Some imagination. Most certainly not a natural position to shoot from. It is a floater, and there are no United Everton bodies ready to get their heads onto that. It's not really a feature of Everton that they're well known for, set pieces, I must say. I can't say that there was a real expectancy for Everton to put that in the back of the net from the free kick. Here is Bruno Fernandes, and for the first time as well, people, in almost 3 years, we have decided to not put Bruno Fernandes on the thumbnail. And I know that that's pretty strange. Why the timing now? Well, I just think that Bryan Mbeumo's a star at United, really. I mean, I think that he's in his prime right now, if you're asking me. Star signing. And I think that Bruno is obviously one of the star men at United, but just thought it would almost be a case of just not doing Mbeumo dividends for the fact that he's had a great season at United and he's a happy United player as well. Because it's very, very rare that we see happy United players, particularly new signings, but Mbeumo and Cunha, more Mbeumo, have settled in to perfection. Joshua Zirkzee. Barry. Not quite for Thierry Barry. Probably should play it to NDI, wide right. All due respect to Thierry Barry. Aman looking to pull away from Seamus Coleman. And he does that. Bruno Fernandes. And now, that's Rowi's pass, looking for Zirkzee. Yeah, not the best. It's a good move from United. Playing okay, but the final pass is a bit wayward and a bit easy to intercept for Everton. Very readable, the final pass. Well, 43 minutes time, and obviously, of course, I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here is getting underway, of course, every night for the next 3 weeks, as of whenever it was started. But Angry Ginge is obviously going to be thinking that United. Well, I presume that if he's a diehard United fan, he will know that United are playing today, so he'll be thinking about this match. So I can just imagine somebody showing him the results when he gets out. And, well, it'd be quite interesting. Casemiro. Everton, though, are on the attack. And Adrian gets a nice ball fed through. Iliman Ndiaye's cross was hung, and it was read by Yoro, who heads it clear of danger. Grealish in a tight spot and a tussle with Mazraoui. No, most certainly nothing wrong with Everton start this match. Grealish, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. Interesting ball. MDI comfortably reaches it. He's faced with Dorgun. Coleman's cross, looping and caught by Seni Lamans with confidence and no real doubt. And most certainly, Seni Lamans is a real brick solid figure in the United goal. And a lot of United fans over Twitter, a lot of pundits have been saying how good he is. And most certainly, Seni Lamans looks like a solid figure in that United goal and a real difference maker. And that is going to be a difference in United season. And it will, of course, be an addition to any success that they have. I mean, Andre Onana, I thought that in the big games, actually, in games where like Liverpool, Man United, I mean, like he was all right, but there was just too many sloppy moments. And Altay Bayindir was almost a bit of a less known type of replica of Andre Onana. Obviously not Cameroonian, but you get the point. But Sonny Lamans looks to be a real difference in that goal. And it will interest me to see Sonny Lamans in goal and see how Arsenal fare against him, because Arsenal against Manchester United has been scheduled by the Premier League as a 4:30 kickoff, I believe in late January, early February, on Sky Sports, and we will be here for it unless otherwise mentioned. It is I think match week 22. No, 3. It is match week 23. It's a 4:30 kickoff. It's Sunday, the 25th of January. And that will be when we get our first taste of United with their new shining goalkeeper. Of course, Arsenal, Man United is a lot bigger of a fixture than just Sonny Lamans and the new goalkeeper. But Everton are going to make an early change here. Under 10 minutes gone. And full official Anthony Taylor holding up the board. Seamus Coleman. Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise that he started and only managed 10 minutes. I think he did play in both of Ireland's internationals, though. I mean, how old is Seamus Coleman? But yeah, that's disappointing for him. 10 minutes is not really enough. And Jake O'Brien, former Irishman, comes on to replace him. And that is already one of Everton's windows gone for substitutions as well. So they're going to have to split their remaining 4 substitutes over 2 windows of probably 2 if they're going to use all 4, or 1 window of 3 and 1 of 1. Because obviously you get 5 subs but 3 windows. So yeah, that's kind of a spanner in the works for Everton, and it most certainly will make David Moyes think about his subs a bit more, because obviously you, in a football match, intend to start a player and have them at least last till half time, of course. And in the second half, you're supposed to make your changes. And then you can use the 3 windows how you want. But obviously, of course, Seamus Coleman had to go off early. And now, because, you know, David Moyes doesn't want to make 2 changes in 10 minutes of the match, he's had to use 1 window for 1 player, which he might not have wanted to, leaving him with only 2 left in the second half, which is a blow. And it most certainly isn't a concussion substitute, so there's no consolation for it. Tino Barry onto James Garner. I think Everton have had the line in share of possession the last 5-6 minutes. Really come into the game, started positively to say the least. Barry's offside there though, free kick to United. And Burmo, pace. We love watching Brian Mbeumo play the United shirt. And he was held up in the end. Oh, what a strike from Bruno Fernandes. That came out of nowhere. And Mbeumo running at speed, running at pace, doing what Mbeumo does. And then the chance fizzles out. And you have no idea that the ball's in. Oh, it's a red card. Violent conduct, I think. Pickford. No, Idrissa Gay. Pickford, hang on a minute. Pickford and Idrissa Gay. Something's happened. Red cards come out. And I think it's NDI, Idrissa again, Pickford. I'm not sure who's been sent off, but I think it's a violent conduct. There's been a fire up. Let's just have a look. Let's just get this all in here because there's no United players involved. No United players near the referee. I have no idea what's happened here, but there's been a red card. I think it's a game. Yeah, it is. He's lost his temper. Okay, right. Let's just try and get this all unwrapped because it's a clear violent conduct. It's a clear red card. But what's gone on here? Okay, so Bruno Fernandes, what a strike. Goes out of play. Then, in Burmo's down, he gets back up, and Coleman and Pickford and then, there, Keane and Idrissa Gay, and there's a violent swipe, is there? Conduct or something, and Pickford to restrain him. That is rather strange. So let me just get this all clear for you. It's a violent conduct by Idrissa Gay against his own teammate. So Idrissa Gay has been sent off for violent conduct against his own teammates, in which Michael Keane. So that is the situation. And it's very rare that we see that. I mean, violent conduct in itself is quite rare, but with your own teammate is even rarer. So a rather unusual situation, but Idrissa Gay sent off for violent conduct against his own player. I mean, it was strange because there was the United players couldn't give a fuck. Like, they were just sat there out of the way. There was no United player in even close proximity to the referee. So that straight away gave me strange signs because you would think that if a United player is involved and there's a flare-up, that they would be all over the ref to get Idrissa Gay sent off. But there was no United involvement, which was the immediate indicator that something was not right. The red card had came out, and now it's been all unravelled. That is a really strange situation. And why Idrissa Gay would lash out at his own player. I mean, I understand if it's frustrating, but you don't lash out at your own teammate. You do that in the dressing room because that's embarrassing, and that's going to go on your record as a player forever. I mean, violent conduct against your own teammate barely happens. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. So it's really strange and rare from Idrissa Gay, and so I mean that is an embarrassment for Idrissa Gay because. The severity of the contact, the severity of the violence is unknown, but the fact of the matter is he's been sent off by a Premier League official for lashing out at his own player, teammate, on a football pitch. And for me, that is going to go on your CV as a footballer, on your record, and it will put big clubs who might want to go in for you off. That's a stain on Idrissa Gay's footballing career forever now. Because lashing out at an opponent is common because we all get frustrated. But when it's your own teammate, that is going to stain his record forever. Very strange situation, people. I mean, it is. It's just so rare. You don't see it. And Everton are left down to 10 men. And that is the least of their worries now. really is not a good look for it to go on again, that at all for me. It's an infringement on his record as a footballer, as a professional. There's not much in it. It's a slap in the face. That's what it. There you go. Sky are analysing it. Sky are looking at it. It's a slap in the face. That's why. And Michael Keane might not feel like his teammate should have been sent off, but it's the letter of footballing law. So what's that going to be then? Corner. Well, that's I mean that situation with Idrissa Gay. Obviously, it puts the game more into United's hands because obviously, I mean, I know that it's not always the case, but for me, more often than not, the team with the most men on the pitch is really supposed to be the team in favour. I'm not saying that it's a given, but that's what you presume, and it's what, yeah. You get the lark, though. It's just unbelievably strange. Tarkowski. Amad Diallo has a strike from range. There's a block, close proximity. Here's Xerxes. Amad lets it run and Dorgu wasn't ready. And Diallo loses out. Joshua Xerxes. Mazraoui. Looked like a very good challenge by Vitaly Mykolenko, actually, when you perspectivise it. Looks okay. Good challenge. For me, it's doing what he needs to do. On the corner, Dewsbury Hall straight away. Got that away. And Burma could have bit. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So O'Brien is going to take a throw in for Everton. Yeah. I mean, Sky, Gary Neville, Seb Hutchinson are not stopping talking about the situation with Adrian again. It's a talking point now that's going to be, because it's a new narrative for the Premier League. It's something for us fans to feed off and the pundits, because it's now a whole different talking point. And I'm sure that as the weeks go on, or even this week, we will get developments that really open our eyes up to exactly the context of the law underneath Idris Gay's actions today. Well, I think that for me, here, one goal opens it up completely. I think that if United get one, they will fly. That is my perspective of this game. Everton, before that red card for Justin game, was actually starting well. I think Everton still had a good game, really. I mean, they haven't let that situation dampen the game for them, actually. But United are onto them, and United obviously they're going to want to continue their good form, get goals, get the win, and I expect it to be a good game. So here's Iliman Ndiaye on the ball for Everton. And Jack Grealish. Dewsbury Hall in a good position. Grealish sends it in there. Got a flick from Tierno Barry. And Dorgu in there with a challenge. It's going to be a throw-in, I think, to Everton. I certainly haven't stopped playing Everton. I suppose it's character of a strong team, really, when you go down to 10 men, but you don't stop performing, you don't let it affect your game. I mean, I'm sure that Idris Gay is a key player for David Moyes' team and the club and all that, but always shows a good mental strength when you when you go down to 10 men, but you continue performing at a consistent level to how you were before the incident in the game. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, he's got past one. Oh, what a strike. And what a sensational individual goal. It is individual brilliance from Kiernan Dewsbury Hall for the 10 men of Everton. And I just said it's a good character of a team when you go 10 down to 10 men, but you keep playing the way you were before it. And they've got the opener at Old Trafford. Big goal. United 0, Everton 1, game on. And they've had a good game, Everton. Before the red card, after the red card. And it's a brilliant goal by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. What a strike. Individual quality, skipping past 2 challenges. And the strike is sumptuous. Absolutely. I mean, onto that right. Oh, it's beautiful. It's spinning as well. Yeah, it gets a touch off Lamons, but what a strike. And this game, it's fair to say, has been very interesting in the first half an hour. Incidents that you don't see that often in football and goals of such quality. 1-0 Everton. What a goal. Kate and Jonathan, good to see you. Welcome aboard. How are you doing? I mean, that is a ridiculously good goal. Really is just such a good goal. How will United respond? They've been okay. I would probably say that Everton have been the better side, performance-wise. Definitely played well. There's no denying that. You can't hide away from it. Everton have had a good game here. But Ahmad, could he provide a bit of individual quality? What a shot, and beaten away comfortably by Pickford with the good old like that technique. Yeah, I'm thinking 2-1, 2-2. Marseille can be a difficult side, can be a difficult place to go, but I think the Newcastle will come through. And a huge win to boost your confidence out against Manchester City at the weekend. That's, I would say, what you needed, really, because you were just not doing it. I mean, those 2 3-1 defeats. I mean, West Ham was a huge surprise. Brentford, not so much, but still, I mean, nobody really saw you guys being able to beat Manchester City. So the fact that you've done that against the odds, for me, should be a huge boost for you and should set you up nicely into, and then you've got Everton. I mean, to be fair though, they've proven difficult here, haven't they? But there will be no Odrissagana game. There will be no Odrissagana game. And I mean, to be fair with Gary Neville and Seb Hutchinson, I mean, they've had mixed views, but they've also analysed it well enough during the game to give me the picture that it's a slap in the face. There's no way that an appeal for Everton will get that overturned because violent conduct is largely involving touches to the face of forceful contacts and meaning. And despite the fact that Keane is the teammate of a Odrissagana game, I don't think that there'll be any overturning of that. So I can guarantee you that there'll be no Odrissagana game at the weekend. And Burmo Ahmad, it was I mean, I don't want to say off balance, but he did kind of have to jab his knee up a bit there to try and pick that ball out of the sky. United come again. Xerxes. That's a really poor pass, given away so cheaply. I mean, maybe you guys, because you're Newcastle fans, yeah, I mean, I would probably say it is biased a little bit. But I guess you guys know your club better than anybody else. I mean, people know their clubs better than anybody else, I would say. Yeah, from the neutral, you just... Because City are so strong, really. But no, I mean, that result has opened my eyes up a bit, really, more or less on the Manchester City point of view, that maybe they're not as strong as the signs we're giving off, really. I mean, it shouldn't change the way that Arsenal behave, though. I mean, we've got to behave like just focusing on ourselves, getting the wins, and doing what we need to do and what we are doing. And we need to continue our unbeaten streak at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea at the weekend. I mean, Bayern Munich is a humongous game, but for me, it's a bit of an odd one out because obviously we've got a spanner in the works with no Gabriel. And the Premier League just always feels more important at the minute. So, I mean, I've got the same kind of attitude towards the game for Bayern, in the sense of I want us to win, and obviously it'll be the same kind of feelings if we don't. But I do think it's a little bit of an irrelevant game. You did. Only a few weeks, I think. Which is the saving grace, really. Because God, he means so much to us. I mean, everything that we do does not work without him. So he is a very important person to us. I mean, this club just does not operate without, just does not operate properly without that man. Burma's gone tumbling there. Let's have a look at the replay because he's holding his arm. Has he hurt his arm? I mean, humans have to breathe. I did. Liverpool keep. Yeah, Liverpool. Most certainly a worrying situation. I wouldn't say they take the forefront of my mind at the minute. Really. I mean, obviously at the start of the season, Arsenal fans prepared themselves to just be laser focused on every single movement and kick of a ball from Liverpool, but it is just now a whole world from that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can honestly tell you right now that there were, well, I mean, I suppose the message to ourselves really was to kind of handle City with caution and just keep an eye, you know what I mean, keep an eye out, but be laser focused on Liverpool like it was Liverpool, really, but so different now. Well, here's a chance, Mazraoui. Not the best. Poor cross, flat. No tenacity. Comfortably cleared away. Or Fernandez looping ball in. Dorgun. Ahmad with his space. Has he got the trickery? Drags his shot wide. Doesn't look like United are going to score in this first half. It needs to be a second at a half-time reset. It's been an eventful first half. And the eye then with the latest contact to the ball. Three minutes to go before half time. Corner's cross. So 2 minutes to go before the break. It has been one first half to remember. Casemiro into Mazraoui, looking to return it. Casemiro, it's going to be a corner, surely. No, goal kick. Bruno Fernandes onto Dorgu. Last minute or so of the first half plus added time, of course. Casemiro, Mazraoui and Burma. Oh, not a bad ball in at all. And Luke Shaw and Bruno Fernandes. Half a minute of normal time remaining in the first half. Ball swung in, gets a header away, and again, not quite fully away by Everton. And that Barry helps it away further. Yoro keeps it alive. Bruno Fernandes from range. It's a wonderful strike. And it's a save of importance by Jordan Pickford. To say the least. It is a save of importance. Bruno Fernandes take the corner. 4 minutes in added time. Oh, ball towards De Ligt. And goal kick this time. What a hit by Bruno Fernandes initially. Great save by Pickford. There has been some admirable strikes in this game. Really has. Bruno Fernandes giving it away. Intercepted with ease. Referee's Tony Harrington. He's given a free kick. Card is out. Just that tug on the arm from him, Burma. That's what draws the yellow card. It's his first card of the season, Brian Mbeumo. To show you how well he's done at United, really. This clear record is to a team. We've played 2 of the 4 added on. 2 to go. Bruno Fernandes, Brian Mbeumo. Tidy Everton. Really haven't put a foot wrong. It's been a great David Moyes display. It's been fantastic. They've unsettled a United team going into this really strong. After some fantastic form. Second half is on the way, of course, but what a first half by Everton. I mean, it's a real show of character to I mean, I'll unwrap it all properly in a minute when we get to half time, but it's always going to be a good characteristic when you just can deal with things like in Burma. We played the 4 minutes. So how much more is referee going to play? He's going to play no more. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, United, 0 Everton 1 is the score. A first half that's been really interesting, to say the least. A weird way to go down to 10 men. A weird red card for Jesse Gardike. Very interesting first half between United and Everton. And the half-time score. United 0, Everton 1. Very interesting indeed. Well, let's just take a check on the Sassuolo and Sevilla scorelines via SoberScore, just to make sure that we're all up to date with the price boost. And it is currently 1-1 for Sassuolo against Pisa, and Espanyol 0, Sevilla 0. Let's take a check on the stats on the first half. We'll take a check on Brian Mbeumo first, who has had a yellow card. Yeah, he has had no shots. Check the main stats then. 3 corners, just only 3, all the way for United. We've had 1 goal, obviously. We're looking at over 2.5, over 7.5 corners. Brian and Mbeumo have 2 or more shots. And United to win or draw. I mean, Everton were... The red card was just so weird. As it is, I mean, it was definitely correct. I mean, some people will say, no, it's not correct. No, I mean, it's a very strange way for a player to get sent off, but it's correct. It is a correct red card. And it's up to Ruben Amorim now to try and adapt to how Everton are playing, because there has been no drop-off in play caused by the red card from Everton. So, Diogo Dalot's a top fullback, so it's not a bad shout. I mean, whatever it is, it needs to happen if it's going to improve the game, if it's going to put United back on the right track, because it has not been a on-track first half, really. So, yeah. It's certainly interesting, though. Yeah, I mean, the stats. United have had 3 corners, none for Everton, but it's... I mean, they forced 2 saves from Pickford, but the big chances come for United. There's been more shots. The stats are in favour of United, but are they? What, by nationality or... you shouldn't stick the box on. the Fire Stick or whatever you're referring to there, you should stick the correct TV channel on and watch the game correctly, Hazza. They are cracking down, you know. But yeah, the real talking point, and this is going to be a talking point for a long time now, is that Adrian Gay red card. Distance relative. If you haven't already, people, do make sure you are smashing a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and share the channel. Can't speak. Share the channel around with your friends. Hit that poll up and let us know who you think is going to win. Manchester United so far got 68% of the backing on the poll. 5% have gone for a draw, and 26% of the 19 voters have gone for an Everton win here. It's a red card. I mean, the pundits are now looking at it. And I was listening to Gary Neville and Seb Hutchinson talk about it. There was a lot of going back to it and talking about it from both them and myself on here. But look, we'll talk about the strangeness of the situation in a minute, but it doesn't matter if it's your own teammate or if it's an opponent. It's a violent conduct. Striking an opponent, there you go, it's on the screen right now. Striking an opponent or any other person on the head or face with a hand or arm unless the force used was negligible. Red card all day. Bang on, straight red, 3-match ban. No appeal will overturn that decision. It's violent conduct. And then we look at the context of it, and it's extremely strange. I mean, it's very rare that we see it with teammates. But today that has happened. Idrissa Gay has clearly been upset by something and has slapped his own teammate. Of course, it's a strike to the face. It's violent conduct. It is a red card. Straight red card. Off you go. And Tony Harrington, the referee, made the correct call, followed the violent conduct guidance. So yeah. Thank you, Kamar. I wouldn't say that. I mean, look. I mean, I'm going to keep the narrative nice and clean. In the fact that Tottenham are barely vulnerable. They just are chronically shit, and at times show real quality, and are a bogey for teams like Manchester City. On the other hand, you've got Chelsea, who are our opponents at the weekend, who are probably the world's most vulnerable team. But you have to make sure you trigger those vulnerabilities to unlock the way to beat them. And I reference so much to that United-Chelsea game because that is exactly the example of what you do to Chelsea. Oh, postcode lottery. Yeah, load of crap. Rubbish advert. Teasing me. I thought we were getting breaking news then. Six. Anyways, moving on from the adverts. for the second half, I think United should get back into it. I do think they can break down Everton, and they need one to get going. But the thing that surprised me is that, well, Burma has had a shot. That is a real surprise. He is, yeah. But yeah, like I say, I mean, Chelsea fans can take offence to it, but my view is that Chelsea are the world's most vulnerable team, or one of. And like I said, Tottenham are not vulnerable. They are just chronically shit. And they try to play hard. Well, Gary Neville's quote, glass half empty football. My quote is that they try to B&Q it. In other words, defensive, low block, trying to frustrate us, did not work. And we did a slightly different game plan to what we normally do. Arteta, of course, had to adapt to sway the attention away from the midfield and the defence without having Gabriel. So it was a largely attacking game, which involved pretty much entirety high press. So, yeah. Tottenham probably tried to make that game cagey, is what probably the thinking was from Thomas Frank, but they did not. It did not work for them, and that is largely down to the fact that they probably wouldn't have expected Mikel Arteta to change his game plan in adaptation to Gabriel being out. However, I think it's a huge praise to Arteta, really, because yes, our usual game plan works and it leads to clean sheets and comfortable games, but yesterday it needed to be a different one because otherwise there would have been too much attention, too much on the midfield, too much on the defence. Just, you don't want prying guys on a defence that is losing its best, that's missing its centrepiece and the best centre-back in the world. So it was the right thing for Arteta to do, and Tottenham and Thomas Frank clearly did not expect Mikel Arteta to change his tactics in that kind of way. But that's most certainly the first time this season that I've seen us non-stop high press. You know, I mean, that was what it was all about yesterday for us. It was just a high press all the way through. Champions League, Thursday, Friday off, back on Saturday. And that leads me on to bring you, folks, the Premier League game week number 13, where it is a slightly different one. Saturday morning will be one in which that I get to enjoy up until 3 o'clock. When we start you off with the 3 o'clock focus, it will be a choice of either Everton against Newcastle or Spurs against Fulham. And then Super Sunday is going to be either a double header or a triple header. We most certainly will be doing Crystal Palace against Manchester United. Time may be not quite of the essence to do the 205s in and amongst it all, but Chelsea against Arsenal will be the prominent feature, and it is a 4:30 kickoff. I know, it looks incredible. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I need to do Liverpool are not playing West Ham this weekend. I don't think. Oh no, they are. West Ham away to Liverpool. Yeah, I don't think I will, to be fair. I mean, my interest personally more is on that Palace Man United game or Forest Brighton. Yeah. I think I'll probably do 12 o'clock, 4:30. And I think I'll have the 2 o'clock kickoffs and multi-view is what I think I'm going to do, because the time is it's awkward. I mean, whenever I'm in a 12 o'clock kickoff, I always find it very, very to get to the 2 o'clock kickoff. So I think for Super Sunday, we'll do Palace Man U and we'll do Chelsea Arsenal. We'll leave those 2 o'clock kickoffs, those 2:05s rather, to play out. I'll have it on multi-view because personally I'm interested in the 2 West Ham, Liverpool and Forest Brighton games. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's the right call by an absolute certainty. Oh, absolutely. And yeah, that will lead me on to now saying that I will have to visit St Andrews before it gets closed, because what you still think? I still think you will win the league. It's a long shot, but my standpoint at the very start of the season was Liverpool are going to win the league. Laser focus on Liverpool. Think about nothing else other than Liverpool. Obviously, there isn't a need for that at the minute because of how bad it's gone for you guys, but I mean, I don't know if it is going to be possible for Liverpool to. We're back underway for the second half, but I mean, it's definitely gone in a different direction. It's fair to say that. No. I refuse to get carried away after 3 title races in a row. Second place, second place, second place. I simply refuse to be overconfident because you just can't get carried away. I mean, it really grounds you and really makes you think hard when you've been through 3 title races and finished second all 3 times. So, I mean, we should get carried away, but I'm not going to. I mean, I will sing about winning the league with the Arsenal fans when I'm at the stadiums, but truthfully, I'm grounded. I'm not going to get carried away. It's early in the season. We're looking good, but I've seen it 1, 2, 3 many times. So that's my standpoint on it. I mean, I guess no. But then it's about, is Arteta still the right guy for us? Because this season it has fell into our hands. Maybe City aren't quite strong enough. I mean, I have personally, in the past couple of weeks, perceived City as very, very strong. But yesterday, I mean, Saturday, when they lost, was a bit of a slap in the face and a wake-up call, as if to say, maybe they're not that strong. So, I don't know, Fraser. I mean, obviously the pressure of winning a trophy, but it has to be 2. The league title is the priority, but I want a cup as well. I would like the Carabao Cup, to be fair, to go with a Premier League title. We've got to start winning trophies on a consistent basis. And I think winning the Carabao Cup is a huge start to getting there. So that is a priority. And the Premier League title is a priority. And then next season, the eyes are again on Arteta, because it's about, has he finally learned? Is he the right guy now? I mean, most certainly the new sporting director, Andrea Berta, has made a humongous difference. I mean, the budgets were similar, but obviously increased by his presence. And it was a very proactive summer for us. And that's something we haven't seen in a while. But I mean, I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast yesterday, and our squad is strong. It's going to be one of those where we just have to wait and see what happens, I think. Really, I don't think there'll be too much happening in the second half, but the drama was in the first half. I don't have an opinion on what I want for it to happen to Wolves. My priority is West Ham getting relegated. And Nottingham Forest stayed up. As long as those two things happen, I couldn't give a toss. And obviously, I do want Coventry and Borough up. It will be, I mean, the Premier League will benefit humongously from having that. I mean, those are the two teams that really can just bring some magic. And so honestly, I mean, I can't say that I'm a regular watcher of the Championship, but when I look at the teams in there, I just think them two are the only two left, really, from last season, more really, that just seem destined for the Premier League. And it just feels like both of them would bring magic to this league. And I think it would be almost a complete Premier League if we got those two. I think that there's not that many more teams you can pick out of the Championship, really, but I think Coventry and Borough are the two missing pieces to this league. I really believe that. And people will argue that. People will say you're wrong, but I remain quite firm on that opinion. I just think that the Premier League would be complete and just so perfect if we can get those two teams into this league and into our Premier League, because I mean, Coventry will be fantastic alone, but for me, Middlesbrough have to come with them. I think that's a non-negotiable. I mean, I will watch the season pan out, but I am I'm going to be quite firm against Middlesbrough this year because I very strongly want them up in this league alongside Coventry City. And you mark my words, it will be a complete Premier League if them two come up. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, yeah. Like I say, I mean, I could look at that championship table right now and I can't see any team bar those two that belong in the Premier League. I mean, Hull, a push, but is one that maybe I would. I mean, I wouldn't complain about Hull at all. I think that Preston, with the connections to certain clubs and the sponsorship of Spud Bros would work, but it's just nice. I mean, they're playing tomorrow, both of them as well. Borough and Coventry are playing. Oh, I just need to see Middlesbrough. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, my heart is set. I don't think you're going to be able to sway me away from it. It's got to be Borough and Coventry. I can't sit here and tell you that the Premier League is complete and perfect if Middlesbrough and Coventry City aren't in it. If those two teams come up this year, then the Premier League is complete and perfect. The best Premier League is with those two teams in it. Who they replace? Question marks around it. But those two teams in this league is a complete Premier League. Yes, I do. I think that Derby will be definitely a little bit more underconfident after that defeat to Watford. I mean, there were some pretty horrific scenes at Derby Station yesterday as well. Violence and all that shit after the game with the Watford fans. I think that they are rattled and I think that they will probably capitulate. You did, but the game's a different... Oh, it's a penalty, surely, and Burma's gone right... It's a penalty. I mean, the follow-through... No, okay, no, there's no contact. No. To be honest with you, I think Chelsea are going to get pammed tomorrow. So, go watch Swansea. Yeah, again, I talk about Chelsea being so vulnerable. If there's anybody that are equipped to trigger Chelsea's vulnerabilities and really hurt them, it's Barcelona. I do think that could be a difficult night for tomorrow for Chelsea. Hard to watch. Bad defeat. I would go and watch Swansea. You are the most vulnerable team in world football. Yeah. Like I say, Chelsea are the most vulnerable team in world football. There's no doubt about that in my head, that Chelsea are simply the world's most vulnerable team. And anybody who's got the tools to just... Because I mean, like I said, I'm gonna keep referencing it to it. Like, how people aren't seeing that United Chelsea game as an example is beyond me. Go back and look at that. I mean, it's there. United have put the evidence on a plate as to exactly what you do against Chelsea. Like, they expose Chelsea to literally muscle. Like, strip them to muscle and bone. Rip the skin off in the first half. Yeah, seen that. We'll see. Fourth time lucky, maybe. But yeah, I remain with this quote. In the fact that Tottenham probably don't have a vulnerability. They are just chronically shit. Other than against Manchester City and in certain games and clashes and moments. Chelsea, that's not the case. They just are so dearly vulnerable. I mean, honestly, it blows my mind that people haven't noticed this about Chelsea. To be fair, it does blow my mind because, like I say, I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say it before people start noticing, but United exposed the evidence and put it right on a plate for you. Like, United just open. I mean, that United Chelsea game opened my. I mean, that it was just an eye opener as just how vulnerable they are. Can't say I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen him into anything. I mean, I've already met him, not only online but also in person. I've met him both in person. I mean, look, it's Big Gabby for me. I've already met him in person, and as well, he's interacted with me online before in Burma. So yeah, I've met him before, and as well, I've interacted with him online before as well. But if I could spend the name with Big Gabby, I would. There is no Arsenal player that I would want to do that more with. It's quite easy, to be fair. I mean, not only is he world class, but he loves the fans. He loves this club. And I guarantee you that he is exactly the same as what Tuchel is. One of those guys who wishes he was English because You can see it in his eyes how hard he's, you know what I mean, how hard he fought to learn English and all that lot. No, he is he's a true one with this club. There probably isn't a player at our club more committed to this club than him. I mean, okay, you've got the academy graduates, you've got the Hughes, Bakayo, all that lot, but he just has that passion in his eyes all the time. Every time you look at him, you can just see passion in those eyes of him, Gabriel. Personally, no. Yeah, personally, I don't see him leaving this club. I don't think he would want to go back to Brazil. I mean, okay, he's a Brazil national. Okay, he's going to play for his nation, but I don't think that he would want to be anywhere else. Like, ever. I don't think there'd be any transfer that could make him move from this club. So, and of course, that's a good thing for us. No, Gabby's a proper true one with this club. That's why we love him. Truthfully, he is the most sung about player in the stadium for sure. Like now, this season, he is the main player who gets the chance. I mean, everything just centres around him. I mean, I know that there's the partnership with him and Saliba, but you look at them both and you go, yeah, him. I mean, one look at footyrenders.com will show you. I mean, I've got loads of renders of him, but almost every one is just stretched muscles, jaw open, passion. So, yeah. The tagline of that Newcastle fan cam is exactly correct. He is a special guy. And he's witty as well. A proper little social media menace, because I don't know if you saw, but yeah, Richarlison, I think there was a friendly derby, I think, in pre-season. And Tottenham had some kind of joy in it. I don't know. I mean, I don't pay attention to pre-season that much, really. But Richarlison had taken a photo with some stuff in his hands, a trophy and whatever, and tagged Gabby in it. And then yesterday, despite him being injured, he just goes, Ebbs, give me your stuff, mate, briefly. And has Ebbs' shirt on and his match ball and everything, and tags Richarlison in the post. So 22 minutes to go. Dewsbury Hall. About NDI. Yeah, this game's going nowhere, is it really? Second half. It's petering out all right. ...20 minutes to go. It's been disappointing in the second half, really. It's been... Yeah, one of those, really. Not a lot has happened. I mean, it's gotten to 70 minutes. But now we're... Yeah, I mean, Bruno Fernandes. Nope. Loose. And Everton will delict. United have got to turn it up now. I mean, second half's gone on for, what, 25 minutes? Whilst we've been talking about stuff, but now the talking points have run out. Our eyes are back on the game. We're not seeing anything. Yoro in Burma. There's got to be a reply soon. I mean, from Everton, all I can say is that it's been professional, really. I go back to the point in the first half where when you have a man sent off, it's real character to maintain what you're doing and not let it sway your game. So that, I mean, look, we don't know what's going to happen in the last 17 minutes here, but either way, that's a real credit to Everton. Yeah, there's some bets in play. At the minute, they are going to go through, but we'll see how the game pans out. I mean, yeah, really at this point, you would say 15 minutes left because of added time being a factor, but yeah, I mean, United have got to switch it on now. And it's correct. It's correct. It's correct. It's aggressive contact, with a hand or an arm to the face of a player from a Ghana game. It's violent conduct. Doesn't matter if it's against his own teammate. It's peculiar. It's the correct call. There'll be no overturning it. Yeah, it's very unusual, Ashik, but the decision from Tony Harrington, the referee, is correct. And like I said, no appeal will overturn that. I mean, Everton will argue, well, it was our own players. Yeah, but no. The law is the law of football, and the on-field referee has followed that law, has come to the correct decision. We didn't really see a VAR intervention. It's the correct call. Nothing more doing. Big up. 6 likes on the stream. Love to see that. Yeah, 6 likes. Loving that, people. Loving that. That's what we like to see here on Realltom Football. That's a foul by Xerxes on Grealish all day. You would feel it warrants a yellow card, properly grappling Grealish and dragging him to the floor. Tarkovsky's gone over to the touchline, and David Moyes. Yeah. I will I'll get the dogs out. I'll then go to bed. Probably put the iPad on for a bit, watch some stuff, yeah. And then just go sleep. That's what I normally do. Unless I'm in a hotel. That tends to be the routine, really. Nah. I'm not a movies guy, really. I mean, there's a certain element of me that goes towards movies because of free cinema tickets provided by Sky, but I'm not really a movie guy. Nah, I don't really do cartoons either. This game just looks like it's... I mean, it's a real credit to Everton. Your has to be a turn of urgency soon for United. You would feel that when the players start to look at that clock and see there's only 10 minutes left, it should inject urgency And Xerxes gets his head to it. Great save, Pickford. Oh, that was probably on target. And he covers it well. Pickford gets across quickly. Arms out and outstretched. It's a good header by Xerxes. He makes sure that Pickford, that does not enter the back of his net. In goes the corner. Not a bad delivery. Everton make first contact. Luke plays it back across. Luke Shaw out to Mbeumo on the edge. Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Hasn't got enough room to get across the way. Mainu is on the pitch. Didn't realise that deflection on the ball. Corner from the left-hand side it'll be. Are they starting to turn it up now, United? Is the late comeback going to be on? Not a bad delivery. Comes out to Ahmad. Here's Bruno Fernandes. And again, another decent hit. Just can't keep it down. And off target again. And there's the frustration. You can see it. Have I heard from Flicks? That's a good question. It's a good question. Have I heard from Flicks today? I don't think I have. Let's see. Have I heard from him? No, I haven't. No. I haven't. No. Don't know what he's up to, but no, I haven't heard from him tonight. Strange, but I'm not going to query it. People are allowed to have a night off. Amad Diallo down the right. Great touch. Ball across. Oh, it was aimed towards Mbeumo. Should have been better. And Everton clear their lines again. United need to get on with it if they're going to get this comeback on. The ball needs to hit the back of the net ideally now to increase the chances of the comeback being completed. Oh, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Aman. Brian Mbeumo onto Amad Diallo. Mason Mount. Shaw. A diving block. Everton. Just very consistent in this game. I think it's fair to say, no matter the result, they've earned their dough tonight, Everton. The consistency of them's been ridiculous. Yeah. Definitely one I didn't see coming. I was expecting a lot more of an open game, which probably would have favoured United, but came with a game plan and have been very consistent. I mean, would it not be for the 10 on my screen or the red card on the Sky screen, you wouldn't be able to know that there was 21 men on the pitch as opposed to 22. Idrissa Gana Gay's absence is not clear. And Everton have been just consistent, that's why. If they get the victory, Everton, it's an absolutely deserved victory. Like I say, they've, no matter the result now, they've earned their done. They've earned the done. I mean, I'm not sure whether it was Vitor Pereira at Wolves or if it was somebody else, but there was a manager that said, as long as you win, you'll get pizza or something. Bruno Fernandes. Realltom. Mainu takes that down beautifully. Lovely first touch. Ahmad. Has he got the trickery? Evades the challenge of Dewsbury Hall. Yeah, unless though. We'll see. But Mainu, he put it right on the plate for Xerxes. If I'm being honest, it was a bit too on a plate because Xerxes was a little bit past the near post. Sort of wrong position. And he heads it very straight, bullet, but off target, of course. It's so on a plate that Xerxes doesn't have a chance to get the direction, adjust himself, head it goalwards. I'll have you know that there was barely. I mean, it was. There was what, 5 corners? They were all shit. No, I won a set piece game yesterday. It was a totally different game to set pieces yesterday. I mean, not one of the goals was set pieces. So no, it was. Yeah. But again, I reiterate that Mikel Arteta adapted to his game plan to make it so that, well, we as Arsenal fans didn't sort of keep staring at the defence or the midfield. The worst thing when you're missing your centrepiece, your best centre-back, is to have it where you're constantly thinking about, oh, where is he? Oh, do you know what I mean? See you later, Ashik. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, probably you'll see you tomorrow. I think we're going to do. I can't speak. I think we're going to do Chelsea against Barca tomorrow, and a very, very strong guy on the EFL Championship as well tomorrow because of that Borough Coventry game at Borough. So yeah, plenty tomorrow. Oh, fed in by Delict as Xerxes' header is met by Pickford again. – 2 a.m. your time now, yeah. Have a good night, mate. Get your rest. You need it. You need your beauty sleep. Very peculiar corner routine. It was sent to the... I mean, I used to do this on FIFA Mobile. I used to play it straight out to the edge of the 18-yard box at the centre player, which was Bruno Fernandes at that time. And I used to score him it a lot. But it did not work. Everton just closed it down immediately. Yeah, it doesn't really work in real football. And we're in the final minute. Beto held up by Diogo Dalot. I didn't even realize Beto was on the pitch. Dorgu. Oh, Ludo, you mean? Yeah, maybe at some point. Yeah. Don't know who wins that. Not particularly one of the most interesting games, to be fair. Not been that many events in this second half, and it is only 4 minutes at a time. Yeah, the exact same as the Arsenal-Spurs game yesterday, 4. I mean, nowadays, when you see 4 minutes, it normally indicates it's not been that quite much of a game. And here's Mason Mount. Ball across and cleared away by Mykolenko. Needed to do it. You're going to do... yeah, well, what I expect there is PSG to slap the living shits out of Spurs, but no, I think it's... Well, I mean, the Chelsea-Barca game's on Prime. And I think that with us playing Chelsea at the weekend, we do need to just get a little bit of a look at them. And it's also going to be interesting to see how many of those vulnerabilities that we talk about with Chelsea are triggered by Barcelona, and what the scoreline will be like if Chelsea can cope or not. I think that's a bit too heavy. I'm going to go 4-0, just 4-0. Diogo Dalot. Amado. Shot. Oh, no, it wasn't powerful enough, was it? Well, I mean, you guys already know that we have turned in a different direction when it comes to 3 p.m. kickoffs. It was for the better of the channel and for the better of me as well that I turned in a different direction in relation to 3 o'clock kickoffs. And Bayern, dear. Lammens is up here for this corner. In goes the corner. Delict. Oh, handball is he appealing for. He's still up there, Lammens. And the counter could be on for Everton, but no, Ahmad sweeps it up. And then Beaumont. Maino on Alcaraz. A minute more to play, and McNeil's on the pitch. McNeil's coming forward. Mount gets back as him. Am I bollocks? No. Tickets were, well, for me, because obviously I'm not supposed to get away tickets, but anyways, no, it would have been too expensive. Wait, no. No, I mean, I won't talk about the price, but the price that was quoted, I wouldn't pay that to go to Stamford Bridge. We played the 4 minutes. And it's full time. It's a terrific Everton win. It is one surprise result. I have to say that I did not see this coming by any stretch. But it's a rare, cherishable Old Trafford victory for Everton. It's a real surprise. Do you have to say there's been a lot of character shown by Everton, though, in the way that they've triumphed here, got the victory, ground in, and they've had one game plan. They stuck to it the whole night. There was one of the weirdest red cards that you'll see probably in the next 2-3 seasons. But that did not sway them one bit. The consistency and the professionalism of Everton today has been off the scale. And you can't put them down on it. It's a real professional performance, particularly to not get swayed by such a weird red card as well. I mean, not only a red card, but a really weird one that doesn't happen very often at all in the world, in the Premier League. God, rare. So yeah, really professional from Everton tonight. And what a surprise result. Final score is United 0 and Everton. Would you have noticed 10 men won? And it is the first win at Old Trafford as a visiting manager for David Moyes. And it puts us straight into a position where we're going to look to the league table now, because there is most certainly interest around the impacts. And Everton now level on points with Manchester United, on goal difference as well, level. United were on a positive goal difference by +1. Everton were on -1. They're both on 0. They're on 18 points. Only Tottenham are above them by a +6 goal difference. So those three sides are all level on points. At 4, if you include Liverpool. And Everton now are in reach of the top half, only out of it by goal difference. So that is the impact. And of course, at the top of the league, it is Arsenal. We are 6 points clear of Chelsea and 7 points clear of Manchester City. Aston Villa have gone to within 1 point of Manchester City. We are 8 points clear of them and 9 clear of Palace, who are in 5th. Well, what a Premier League weekend. It was a magical derby day yesterday in North London, as everybody will be aware. And, it was Eze for Arsenal yesterday, but not so much for Everton, but fair play to him. Goodbye.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.